have unfolded over the years, and today this crowd is charged up for a big USC Trojans home game. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into this snake pit of an environment just trying to get out alive. This will be fun. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Buckeyes will kick this away to start us off. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Here comes the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Short connection to the tight end here. Completion gains about 6 yards, but now it's a fourth down call. Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Fires it on the move. It's a fourth down stop. The offense will take over in plus territory.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Nice grab. It's Harper. Touchdown, Ohio State. Strong game by this quarterback. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the USC offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on fourth down in their end and got stopped. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On third down, he drops to throw. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Short return tackle at the 21, but that's a huge takeaway for this defense.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. That's reeled in. It's Harper. That's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kurt.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
That sack makes it second down and forever. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the first down. This is crucial. Defense needed to stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Trojans offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
They're going to pick up the first down. Nice catch, but even a better throw to show that accuracy and efficiency from that quarterback spot. And my gosh, they have so many great quarterbacks over the years that played at USC. Go back to Carson Palmer, the year he won the Heisman. What a brilliant career he had for the men of Troy. Matt Leinart. Think back to those Norm Chow offenses and the championships that Matt Leinart won. And, of course, more recently, Caleb Williams for Lincoln Riley, running and throwing and making throws just like that.
So, second down after the incompletion. And he'll set up to throw. Looking to scramble. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Makes the catch downfield. That gain enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
It's a nice throw and a great catch by this USC wide receiver to pick up a first down. And boy, oh boy, USC quarterbacks and receivers, efficiency and timing and speed and execution. Boy, they are putting it on display once again today.
And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Breaks loose at the 40. No fear shown by the freshman quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And the Trojans starting a new series here on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Makes a quick catch. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Using his legs on the scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big.
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. The Trojans will come to the line to crank up the tempo. He'll look to throw it here on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll try a pass here. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And they're able to get him down. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or they'll have to settle for 3? They're going to throw for it on third and short. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. The offense failed earlier in a 4th and attempt. They'll try it again here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He bought some time, now lets it go. And it's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. And he's got some open field ahead. The 30. At the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. See if they can convert the point after. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
17, USC 0.
Return starts from inside the 5. The returner coughs up the football inside their own 20. This should be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Touchdown, Ohio State. This passing game is still on fire. And they'll set up for the PAT.
Number 87.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more.
That makes the score Ohio State 24, USC 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 24, USC 0.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his big tight end. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
That's an athletic play by the defensive back. Playing tight coverage, seeing the ball, and not giving the receiver a chance to get their hands on it.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. It's a nice gain. Will move the football to the 27.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Well, it's an incompletion here. And I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Short pass finds the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
Oh, it is incomplete. A chance for a big man takeaway there, but he couldn't quite hold on.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
On 1st down, it's play action. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Now this is the 8th play from this drive. A handoff to the back. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down. And the Trojans come to the line to run the hurry up. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Extending the play now. They'll bring him down short of the marker, and now it's going to be 4th down. And the Trojans will come to the line on 4th down, hoping to keep this drive going. 4th down, he's throwing for it. Trying to extend the play. Escapes the pocket. Finding space at the 20. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself.
On the junior, gets home making a sack there.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. 1st half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. Got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Got space looking for the end zone here. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern California. Kicking team out for the PAT try. They make the extra point, cutting the lead to 24-7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive.
And the Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. And the runner takes off to his right. And just a short gain this time, they're able to get him down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Taken down, but not before he makes the 1st down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this 1st down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the 1st.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Breaking free at the 35. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. You think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years.
The sophomore able to get home with the sack. The Buckeyes looking to run some tempo here.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they...
Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? So we reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Touchdown, USC. There was a foot race, and he won it.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The extra point is good. They cut the lead to 10, 24-14. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down. He drops back in the gun. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs. And the offense will take their first 10 out of the half. We'll talk strategy here. Looking to pass here on second down. Defense is coming after him. Down he goes. A sack. Defense looking for back-to-back sacks. Third down now. Can he get there on the ground? And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. A running play called on fourth down. Breaks a tackle into the clear. An explosive game, big play, moves the ball inside the 40. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Bringing pressure. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And the sophomore making an impact play. Buckeyes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now.
And I love that big target on third down. He's got great athletic ability, but it's his size that creates such a matchup advantage. When you get to third down, just put it up in the air and let him come down with it.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Looked like the defense thought they had him contained. Look at the blazing speed in that quarterback.
Great design run for this quarterback, and you know what kind of threat he is with that kind of speed. The defense just seemed to be out of position from the very beginning. I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar later on in this game.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And the kickoff will be a return. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to throw it on first down.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline.
Caught way downfield for a huge gain. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the PAT makes it a 10-point deficit, 31-21. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. It's like the final play of the half coming up. And looking to throw now on first down. They've got him behind the line. The defense with a sack in the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick this away to begin the second half. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Already a 2-possession lead here. Let's see if they continue to call it aggressively and try to put this defense in a bigger hole. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Keeping it on the ground here. Great cut there. The game is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
Well, here's the first play to start this second half, and it's really more the same of what we saw in the first half. Really no need to make drastic changes. What you were doing in that first half gave you the lead. Just keep working on it.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
The Buckeyes are on the move here.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Looks to the left. Pass caught. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player. But he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here. Going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
They'll hand it off. Breaking tackles. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. On the run here. Let's it go. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. And the Trojans line up on first and 10. Looking to chuck it again. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Finds his target, and it's complete. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, SC. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender could.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Return begins inside the 10. He stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after going to pick six last time out here. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Quick throw caught on the left side. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
A nice find there by the quarterback on third down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on third down. Being a good third down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success.
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but the gain moves it to the 44.
And that's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 31, USC 28.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. He hands it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Now it's second down here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Try and muscle for the first down. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz. And that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Receiver makes the grab. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
Chris, what a call by this offensive coordinator. 4th down, they elect to go for it, and they get the first down. Now you can continue to work that clock.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Ohio State, number 89, with the grab and the score.
Now the all-important extra point.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the 4th quarter.
That makes the score Ohio State 38, USC.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Number 16, set to advance on the football.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket now. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. This possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Look at this. He'll go deep again. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Can he take it all the way? Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Oh, Chris, the offense could not afford to throw that interception down by a couple scores. Every series matters. Every opportunity in possession, you need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And there's the handoff. Runs through the defender. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that previous play. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up 4th down.
Chris, give him some credit here. He's fighting to get to that first down, breaks the tackle, just comes up a little bit short of the first down.
The offense will stay out there. They are 2 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. That's a design quarterback keeper. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Wow, Chris, I don't know. You got control of this game, and you'd go for it here? A little bit confusing. Why even allow your opponent any chance of anything? Finish out the win and just punt it away.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Finds room at the 30. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends that are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch.
Touchdown, Southern California. And the comeback is on. That's a crucial score for it. Makes it a one-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. Momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game when you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Use the running game to chew on this clock now. And the Buckeyes looking to keep this drive rolling.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down here for this offense. Toss play. Back heads to his right. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And then first down, right back to the running game. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down play coming up. Ball handed off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. They're back backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Running back has it on a screen now.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
It's a one-possession game. They'll elect to go for it here on 4th down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a 1st down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side. Boy, they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.